Hi everyone, I am Sharon from Mrs. Hines class, and today I'm kicking off my series for making a house a home. Now I knew when I decided to do this series that I wanted it to be different. Not going to talk so much about cleaning and organizing and decorating. Well, we might talk a little bit about decorating, but I want this to be more about you and what it looks like to make your house a home, but kind of go a little bit deeper than the decorating and the cleaning, the organizing, and all that stuff that we do day to day, the stuff that we blog about. It's kind of more about our motivation. If you saw last Thursday, I wrote a post to kind of kick this off and included the definition of home. I think it was home. And it was a place to provide comfort and a welcoming space. And this is what I think that we're all after. So when I say we're going to go a little bit deeper, what I'm trying to say is we're going to talk about that, creating that feel of a home. Now, I am really excited because I took a chance, got bold, and asked one of our blogger friends, who I think y'all are probably familiar with, Tracy over at Beneath My Heart. She has agreed to write a guest post, and I'm saving that for last, and I think you'll really enjoy what she has to share. Her topic will be about the foundation of the home. So each week we're going to gradually build up to the grand finale. And of course, that last week of February, Wednesday, February 29th, I'm going to host a link party, and it will be all about the things you do to make yourself a house a home, whether that's sharing traditions that you do every year, or whether that's how you have found your style and decorate the house according to how you live, or drawing a blank. But anyway, it'll be a fun link party, and I hope y'all will follow along and then link up on February 29th. So today's topic is if Mama ain't happy. And we all know how the rest of that goes. If Mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. And I think that's very true. And I realize a lot of you making a house a home are not necessarily moms, but the overarching idea behind that little saying, I think applies. There's a truth in there. Well, how do we make Mama happy? I can only tell you from my own experiences what works for me, and you all know yourself and how you can apply my story, my experiences to your life and make sure that you are fulfilled and that you have a sense that you are answering a calling, and that you have a deep down sense of just everything's okay and happiness. I personally, part of that I think stems from priorities. The little subtitle of if Mama Ain't Happy was setting your priorities. Those are different for everyone. I have had a career in teaching, classroom, elementary for a long time, and for the past few years had really just had a big tug on my heart to stay home. Financially, it wasn't possible. or now looking back, there were times that it probably was, but had I not continued, this past year where my husband was unemployed would have been a devastating year for us financially. So I actually started this school year, 2011-2012 school year, and was determined to be excellent in my work and do a good job, be there for those kids, love them and their families. But the stress that I felt from working and then coming home exhausted. Oh, and let me just say this. Teachers do not get off at 3 or 3:30. No teacher I know gets home by 4 o'clock. So, because teachers and nurses and people like that tend to be perfectionists and people pleasers, and all that is great because then you end up being really dedicated to your craft, your career, your field, your profession. But where to draw the line when you're kind of OCD and a perfectionist, drawing the line is really hard. So what always suffered? Me, my health, and my home, and my husband, and my daughter. The home part, I was just so disappointed that I didn't have time to pursue hobbies. And if I did have the time, I was too tired. Health-wise, the stress of trying to do both, work full-time and be a homemaker, was overwhelming. And I would come home and see what I needed to do but didn't feel like doing, and it wouldn't get done, and it just stayed there staring at me, waiting. My health suffered with kidney stones and headaches, and just, it wasn't fun. Most days I didn't feel good. And my husband had been unemployed, or he had temporary jobs. Nothing that was like, yes, you have a job, we can relax for a little bit, until October. Yeah, or September of this past fall, 2011. And once he got that job, I felt myself start to just crash from a year of being the one who provided financially, provided emotionally for my husband. You can imagine a man without a job for over a year. It plays into their psyche and can drag them down. So it was a hard year, and I didn't have time to feel sorry for ourselves or regret that I was still working.